Here's somebody we'll be seeing plenty of on the TV over the weekend.
Absolutely. We're going to start our footy panel a bit early because we have the superstar Tim Watson, star of the Channel 7 broadcast, and also appearing on $1 Million Minute on Saturday, which we're going to talk about. Tim, welcome.
Hey. Good morning, Bridge. Good morning, Limo.
Did you ever think you'd be appearing on $1 Million Minute?
No, I didn't. You know, the funny thing is, when they rang me about it, I watched it every night because it's just before our news.
Yes.
And so I'm always watching it before our news
While you're
comes
preparing
up.
the news.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always sort of testing myself every night about...
Yeah.
In fact, some of the questions are quite easy. So when I knew that I was coming up against Wayne Carey and Cameron Ling...
I wouldn't have thought Wayne Carey would be too much of a problem, would
Well, he got... Oh, I can't give too much away. But the question that actually... The answer was his name. It was the one that he actually shone most in.
All right, no surprises there. So now you, of course, know who wins. Was it? Did you surprise yourself? Did Lingy surprise you?
I knew Lingy was sharp. Lingy's very smart. Yeah, he's well read, and in fact, you didn't need to be well read though for this particular contest.
That, of course, is Saturday night at 7 p.m. right after the grand final. Remember back in the day we used to watch Rex Hunt fishing, I think, straight after the grand final. Well, this year it's $1 Million Minute with Tim Watson, Wayne Carey and Cameron Ling.
But everything kicks off. I love grand final weekend because Friday night, it's a stay-home night, because you kick off at 8:30 with, of course, talking footy. Then there's a magnificent documentary on, Tim, called The Chosen Few. Can you tell us about that?
Well, they've got great access to all the coaches. They all participated in the making of this doco. And it is great because it takes us to places that we've never been before with the coaches in terms of, we hear them address the players and then we meet their families. And I think they let their guard down a lot more than they would under normal circumstances because of the type of production it is. So I think people are going to learn a lot about the coaches and the stresses and the anxieties that are attached to all that.
Because I think most of us underestimate the stress that coaches are under. Would you not say? I know you've been there yourself, Tim.
Well, I did coach, and I remember saying at the time that I was sleeping like a baby. I was waking up every 4 hours crying. So that's what it's like.
It must be hell.
It is hell.
I can think of nothing. I mean, I find it hard enough just to watch the footy, but to be, I just don't know how they do it.
Yeah. Being that person that's sort of, got to pull the levers and make things happen from the coach's box. And you look at, I love watching them. And, like Johnny Longmire's a lovely bloke, and I know Al Clarkson well too, but, they're going to be stress balls all this week. I don't know how they possibly sleep in the lead up to a grand final. And then every now and then you see Johnny Longmire in the coach's box, and he sort of puts a piece of paper in front of his mouth, and he's swearing, he's carrying on.
I know some of the coaches have complained about the constant attention on the broadcast. How do you feel about that? Because from a viewer's perspective, it's entertaining.
It is entertaining.
But it is pretty intrusive.
Yeah, no, they've got to get over it. They're a bit precious at times. I mean, they're part of it's part of the production. I mean, I always say that, AFL football is the greatest reality TV program that is on. It just, the highs and the lows and the emotions that are displayed.
Well, it is like the Truman Show, given how much attention...
It's like that in here, working with Lamo, because the highs and the lows of Hawthorn. Now, Tim, most people I know are tipping Sydney for Saturday's big game, the Buddy factor. What do you think? Who's going to win?
Look, I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a classic. We've got two great teams in great condition on the final game or in the final game. I've really loved Hawthorn. Hawthorn had the toughest draw in the competition by far, I think. They've had all sorts of challenges thrown to them throughout the course of the year. So I reckon they had these stress tests all year, and I reckon that's going to serve them really well in a game like a grand final when it's all about pressure. It's all about being able to execute under enormous heat as well. So I think they're going to hold out. I think they're going to hold on.
Hawkers, that was a tip for the Hawkers.
And do you reckon? Do you think Buddy will fire? Because Buddy is a bit of a. I mean, he's been firing beautifully this year, but he can have days when that doesn't happen.
Yeah, he can have his off days when he doesn't kick 7-2, he kicks 2-7. But that's sort of like the off day for him. He's in great. I've never seen him sort of strut like the way he's strutting right now. So he's in supreme form, and he's very confident about his abilities. But he's just one of 4 players you've got to stop in their forward line. But if any team knows him well, and anything that can possibly get under his guard, it's going to be these Hawthorn players.
Do you reckon, I mean, Josh Gibson is pretty much his best mate. Do you reckon that is a an advantage or it doesn't really matter? Do you reckon Gibbo can get in his ear with some personal gear that'll put him off his game?
Well, he may have been doing that all week, for all we know. I think it was last time in the lead up to this game. Didn't he send him a text, or Buddy sent him a text and about, good luck playing on me? He said, no, I won't be going to you because I always go to the best forward.
I reckon you just bring up a pussycat doll and you're halfway there.
Yeah, right there. And what about, give us a tip for the Norm Smith medal as well?
I think Sam Mitchell.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, Tim, it's going to be a magnificent weekend on 7. It kicks off at 8:30, goes right through, and then, of course, the big game on Saturday. So good luck, Tim. Hope you get through. You got a cold, but I hope you survive.
It's a man flu, Bridge.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Thank you, Tim. 29 past.